Are we live?
Yes, we are live. Hi, everyone. Welcome, Marco. So excited to have you here on the founder stage. It's our first live
Yeah.
stream for MiniPay founders. And yeah, very welcome for everybody. I'm Lena. I work at Celo Foundation in L2. And we welcome Marco today, who is an amazing and long-term Celo builder and now also MiniPay builder. And yeah, we invited you today because your app is incredible, like has incredible numbers, and we want to talk about that today, about your learnings, your whole experience building and onboarding and scaling to 150K users.
70 now. Anyway.
But yeah, just welcome. Do you want to do a quick introduction? That would be
All
lovely.
right. Cool. This is a first for me, so I'm a little nervous. Yeah, I'm Marco Barbosa from Portugal, and I'm a human being in the era of AI agents. So, yeah, I studied computer science. My first startups were related with charitable giving, social impact. Then I wanted to do something related with not fundraising for causes, but focused on the distribution because, like before Web3, the whole thing about philanthropy was about transparency. And then I realized that blockchain solves the problem of the distribution. So the problem was not raising funds, but distributing those funds. Then I kind of learned about UBI. Then I was in the Bay Area. I learned about Celo. Went to their first retreat. Found that we are very aligned on the values and the mission. And so then I went to the first Celo camp, Impact Markets, EBI. Well, it was a cool project. It had some scale. I still have a lot of contacts with a lot of the communities, and that we were able to support. And because of DBI, it enabled like a lot of other startups that the communities on those countries and those locations, like the refugee camps and favelas, that needed to cash out. That it created opportunities for other startups. And but I always had this kind of challenge that despite of being have a course in computer science, a master, I was never very, let's say, friendly with coding. I didn't like the syntax just because I forget a letter and stuff that doesn't work. So for me, the life of entrepreneurship and the life of most of the entrepreneurs is like, I have an idea, pre-seed round, you have to get some developer, designer, you have to build a product, you have to spend some time, some months to have a prototype to then figure out if that works or not. And that was always frustrating for me. And yeah, about like 1.5 years ago, I discovered this thing of vibe coding. And since then, I'm just I don't know. I'm addicted. It's beautiful.
Yeah, for
It's magic.
everybody, it's incredible. For everybody who is not yet familiar with Marco, he has been the top vibe coder in the Celo ecosystem, pushing a lot of products. And I think your intro was amazing. You covered a lot of the topics we will talk about later, like distribution and really onboarding also the global majority. And also love your journey from wanting, like having all of these ideas, working on all of the projects, and then finally having vibe coding to execute them yourself. And I think it's a very inspiring journey. And we have a lot of solo founders out there who I think will learn a lot in today's live stream. So yeah, I would love for you to share also a bit more about MiniPlay, because you have been vibe coding, and I think having this experience from vibe coding last year to now also changed a lot. And now you brought your vibe coded app to MiniPay, and it's called MiniPlay. Do you want to share a bit more about MiniPlay and maybe show us a demo or some stats, just to bring all the viewers in who haven't checked it out yet?
All right. Yeah, I'm also the top 0.1% on Replits. And according to Replits, I built 280 apps in 2025. Yeah, so just a little bit of color on that. Yeah, so I did a lot of experimentation, a lot of tries, a lot of ideas, just like weird stuff. The goal was always just to see if I can build some difficult things, and during the process, I'm learning. And also the AI, the models have been evolving like very fast, so which is great. And it's very important, like to choose very well the words that how you communicate what you want and the order that you want. So it's more about a communication style. So there are different things here. So one thing is like just to build something. Another thing is more about execution. And I was always saying that, okay, so I'm tired of executing. I need distribution, right? So you can build whatever, but then if no one uses, like kind of doesn't matter. And I kind of always said that I wish to had the problem of too much distribution, and somehow the world kind of then decided to throw that at me. So MiniPlay, okay, so before, after DevConnect, so Impact Market was the first mini app to be on MiniPay when they launched the Learn and Earn. And after DevConnect, because I was sharing a lot of stuff on X, the MiniPay team reached out to say like, oh, we saw that we are kind of building some random stuff. Can we talk? Sure. And then during the talk, I was just sharing some of the random apps I built. And one of them, it was actually the first one I did to try the vibe coding. It was a mini game of like when a square shows up, you have to tap it fast. And then Vinay said, oh, this is cool. And then I said, okay, all right, let's build like a massive thing around this. So it's like an ecosystem arcade of, dozens of mini games. Why not just one? No, let's make it very complicated. Because I have superpowers, I understand AI. Now I understand. So I built like
it's really fun because the MiniPay team always loves simple, right? Like you wanted to go crazy and you had so many things to show, and Vinay saw the one app that is the most simple and was like, I love that. I think just for founders watching,
yes, well, but that's something it's something I'm learning as well. And I have this problem that I want to like to build everything. So basically, I just chat with Grok, Gemini, and ChatGPT about what else can be possible. Yeah, let's create like an ecosystem, a gaming ecosystem. Cool, amazing, yeah, like with points and stuff. And then measure different cognitive things like speed, focus, memory, and other things. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So like in a few days, I built it. But of course, I forgot a lot of things, right? So like all the economics, different games have different difficulties, different levels, different points. On top of that, I added like rewards. So you could exchange your points for your rewards. And then like when you have a lot of people clicking in the same time, and then the database is not like ready for that, and then but MiniPlay basically is, so it started just like a bunch of mini games, then evolved to a kind of points ecosystem where you earn points based on your performance, and then different levels. Then now is becoming more I call it a CPI, so it's cognitive performance index, where by playing the games you can kind of, it's a kind of like a IQ, but for performance, like focus, speed, reaction speed. So for example, for I don't know, like the Formula One player drivers, they train reaction speed, that kind of things. And now is in this middle term of not sure what's next, but there are a lot of possibilities.
So when you would describe the current state of MiniPlay, how would you describe it in one sentence to somebody who is like new to MiniPlay? What
do I describe on my perspective or the perspective?
What is MiniPlay and why should people check it out?
MiniPlay first is just like it's a combination of probably like three things. It's fun and fast. It has a lot of like games, and you can challenge your friends. But on top of that, it's not just games. It's not just playing. You're actually improving or training your brain for basic cognitive skills, reaction, memory, so mathematics and other kind of things. So you are having fun, and you don't spend a lot of time because the games are like just some seconds, maximum 60 seconds, and you are improving, and you might get some rewards on top of that. So yeah.
Okay, so a fun game where you can also train your mind.
Yes, a combination of different games. Yes.
Nice. Very cool. You said you also had some demo. You wanted to also share some numbers. Do you?
Well, the demo is challenging. I can. Well,
no
okay. So during this journey, I can share like my dashboards.
Share your dashboards with us. I think this is we announced this for founders and for people interested in building for MiniPay. I think very exciting. So
I can share the dashboard because the story is like I try to build a lot of things, but then I spend most of the time just removing things.
Okay.
And that's like that's also what I'm doing with Oracle and others. Like now, what to remove and actually how to make it more elegant, more simple. But before that, I needed to build like an like a dashboard infrastructure to understand like where it was failing. People were complaining, so I had to create a lot of like support AI agents that reply automatically, that kind of things. But yeah, I can set the dashboard.
That sounds like we need a whole other workshop around your work experience. I think today we also wanted to focus just like walking through your experience building with MiniPay and so on. I just wanted to ask, do you want to share some numbers to get started? Just to also make people understand.
On the dashboard, I have all the numbers.
Yeah. Sure. If you can share like the analytics dashboard, right?
Yeah, it's kind of yeah. I had to build all of this to
Just to catch up,
uh,
everybody who just joined. I know a lot of people just joined. We invited Marco today, founder of MiniPlay, which is one of the top apps in MiniPay. MiniPay is a stablecoin wallet on Celo. And Marco joined us today to share a bit more about his journey. In your first months, you got more than 150K users. And we want to talk today about how it is building on Celo, building for MiniPay, and also your learnings on building for that many users, and give advice also to everybody who is planning to build for MiniPay. Hope that helps for everybody who just joined.
are
Yeah.
you seeing my screen or not?
Yes, I can share that quickly. I also want to
Okay.
say that this looks great. Okay, let's go through that, and then we also want to make sure we cover all of the topics that.
Well, sure. So this is like the total users, active users. This is the number of games players. This is the number of users that are paying. So that's another thing, like revenue, that kind of thing. All the games active, and then like the configurations. I had to build all of these prices and stuff, income, and the support. So you can see like AI replies. I don't know, like let's see this one. Hey, Jose, so this was all AI. I just give the context, and then I had to build all of this, right? So like to see actually the performance of the system, and like the times which games are being played the most. So if there is a game that is like very different from the others, it's because there is a bug or people are kind of exploiting it.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
love
all of
but
this I had
yeah,
to build it, and this is like just ways to reset um, the database, but also then create systems to if it goes down, it has to go up again very fast.
yeah. No, I love the dashboards. I think it's very important for everybody who is building any kind of application to really think about the infra you need around to also do the right analytics to understand where you are going with building. In the end, we don't have product or market fit when we launch, and we want to iterate quickly and understand where we're moving, right? And that's it. Like, I love all of these dashboards. I hope you do a lot of content around that. If you just gonna share also quickly Marco's Twitter account so people can follow, because he's sharing a lot about his founder journey and builder journey. So yeah. Ne- Now, what? So you started building with MiniPay. You already mentioned that. Can you share more about how was it? You met them in DevConnect, right? That is like 2 months ago.
Well,
And talked to them, and then it just went super quick from you talking with them to you launching your first app. Can you share a bit more about that?
no, yeah, Vinay reached out to me while I was in DevConnect or before, and when after the DevConnect, I kind of said, okay, let's have a call, and it was just like, okay, what have you been doing? Here's some cool apps I've been building. And it's okay, let's see what you have there. So we just discussed a little bit. And when I started like sending a lot of potential apps that I've been building, so most of them just for fun. And then he said, okay, this is cool. When can you launch something like this? I said, whoa, wait. I don't know, 3 days, 5 days. Okay. And then it was just like, since we had the idea until it was listed, it was 7 or 8 days. And then I felt, whoa, like this is great. But I was not prepared for the amount of the traffic and exposure. If it was like something simple, it would be easier. But yeah, I was not expecting
How
that.
many users? How many users did you have in your first week?
50 to 70,000 maybe. So like with this new app, it has 1 week now. The Oracle, I have 30,000.
Okay, I think that's very impressive numbers for anybody.
No, but the thing about the MiniPlay is just because it's very intensive. Like it's very fast games, and people it requires that I start the game, I play it in a few seconds, I finish it, just to calculate the score, the points, as to add to the database, and then there is like hundreds of people doing that at the same time, and all the games required to be tapping, so it creates a lot of intensity. For example, on Oracle, it's just like you open it and you read the text. Like it's cool. So yeah, and I'm learning that now.
And what was your learning from scaling the apps? And I think for a lot, what we're also trying to provide with my team, the DevRel team, is to provide the technical support to scale your apps, because a lot of founders and builders are not used to this kind of scale. What can you advise people? What was burning? How did you fix it very quickly?
Yeah, my answer was different like 1 month ago. Every time someone came with that kind of questions, I said, man, don't worry about that. You want to have that problem. If you have the problem that you are scaling, you are growing too fast that you cannot deal with it, is because like it's the best problem you can have. And then suddenly like, okay. Well, the MiniPay is a different is a different reality, because you get massive distribution like instantaneously. So it's not like this should not be a kind of a standard for everything, because usually you build the products, you try to get some kind of initial audience that likes or needs what you're building, and it's a very slow process, and you learn and you wish that you have more users to be concerned about. In this case, if you are like vibe coding to MiniPay, maybe there are a few things that you need to consider to write from the start when you are starting like the app. First is like to tell the AI to assume that this app will have hundreds or thousands of users using at the same time. So the moment that it creates a database and everything, like I already put like the indexers and all the stuff in place. Other is like try to so another thing is like if you have a smart contract, then you need to have it like audited. So try kind of avoid very complex operations in a smart contract. You can do it very well with just a wallet that is controlled by the backend for simple things. Another thing is like be very careful with a lot of micropayments, because I had a lot of issues with this. That is like if you have like micropayments, then you need your backend to go check on the blockchain if it was actually executed or not. And meanwhile, you have to prevent people to click again. And if they somehow can click, then you have to create the system to refund automatically, and then it's a mess. So Another thing is like if you are building for MiniPay, is like focus on MiniPay. No more wallets, no more anything, because I tried that and it just errors everywhere. So first thing is like give the documents of MiniPay to the AI, prepare for something that can scale, focus on something that can get less intensity or less traffic as possible. And when you deploy it, put on auto scaling. Also caching, try to avoid very fast the need to update your database. So if you have cache, because on those games I needed that, right? So I need to update every time, and then like there are like almost 6 million games already played. So now imagine doing a query every time someone finishes a game. So yeah, so basically it's like those things. Make sure that you give all the documentation about the Celo the smart contracts, Red Hats, the documents of MiniPay. Make sure that whatever the infrastructure will be ready for at least, I don't know, 100, 200 users at the same time, and give me recommendations to build this in a way to minimize like the traffic, so there are no issues. And then you explain what you want to build.
Okay. So to summarize, your first prompt would be consider an architecture.
Yes.
Consider an architecture for 200,000 users at the same time.
No, okay, 200, 300, let's say. Okay. At the same time clicking, focus on the MiniPay integration and also Celo network automatically using the stable coins for payments.
Okay. Great that you're saying that. Let's just, for people who are new to Celo or MiniPay, MiniPay is a stablecoin wallet, so obviously building for MiniPay is a bit different than building for other wallets. You're saying just put it in the beginning. It should just have stablecoins for as any payments and also for the gas fees, right?
Yeah. So yeah, using the methods of the MiniPay library, it assumes that is like the gas is paid with stablecoins. So that's why it's important to say like focus on MiniPay. Don't put other kind of wallet connects or anything else, because then it will be a mess. Then it will try to say, oh, which one USDT, which chain, and oh, now I'm trying to connect the wallet to MetaMask. And no. MiniPay only. And when you're making a payment, use the methods that MiniPay have that are already kind of prepared for payments with stablecoins that already pay for the gas. And I will say try to avoid smart contracts, but maybe it's me because I'm not so expert. But also, like if you are trying to build something with smart contracts for MiniPay, it needs to be audited. And if you are just a founder and to audit it, maybe it will complicate a lot. So maybe the first version, the MVP, if you can do it very simply without using the smart contract, I will recommend that, and then consider it if it's really needed.
Yeah, I mean, it's a general rule for smart contract safety to keep it as simple as possible. I think
I'm not using any, like it's just a wallet with instructions.
And then I'm wondering, I know, Marco, are you still there? Okay.
Yes.
I was like, we've seen the numbers you have more than 150K users, but you also have a really high retention rate, like 20%, and a lot of people play several games a day. And what can people no, what kind of rewards can you get if you play the game? Do you have just a leaderboard? Do you earn microtransaction per game? How can you share more about that?
Yeah, so I think that was one of the biggest mistakes I made. So initially, you play, you earn experience points, XP, and there was an option. So for now, for example, you can buy avatars, you can buy multipliers of scoring, you can buy more gameplays with your points. And I added also the possibility to exchange the points for USDT as a reward. And that was a very big mistake. I wanted like it to be successful. I thought that, okay, if I put some rewards here, the people will play it more. And it was not, that's not how it works. So basically, then when there is a lot of people that are this kind of reward, there is always people trying to game the system and find bugs to click and stuff, and then get the point and try to claim the reward a lot of times, and then it doesn't work. Then they complain, and then like, what's going on? And then they start like complaining everywhere. Until the team of MiniPay actually had to come and said, Marco, like, it's time. I said, oh, okay, yes, okay, let's do this. Let's stop the rewards. And actually, then I had to deal with the community. So that's another thing. People that were not very happy, and I was not also very happy. I was losing money, and people are complaining, and the game is with bugs and failing, and I didn't know where is the calculation of scoring. Is people just clicking, and I was trying like everything. So actually, then the goal should be for people to play because it's fun, they like about it. Now there is two kinds of leaderboard. One is a combination of the points you get multiplied by your cognitive score. So it's a kind of it creates a kind of like, am I better? Can I improve? Like versus others? Like, am I faster than this guy, or am my memory is better than this guy? And actually, the number of weekly active users was kind of going down, and we stopped the rewards and it went back up. It's like maybe it was a combination of other things, but when I shared that kind of arc story, it was in the moment then when we stopped the rewards, created this cognitive scoring. And now like it's kind of still growing slowly, but it's like, I don't know.
I think it's incredible or amazing that you can see, like in Web3, a lot is still reward based for when it comes to
but it attracts like
onboarding users. Try to create the stickiness. And you finding another mechanism is very, very impressive.
Yeah, but that's that's a trap, because that's not the kind of audience you want to attract, right? You initially or whatever, you want to have a good product that people like, and not a product that people use just because they get rewards. It's a guess. It's a trap. And then you cannot actually measure why people are using, or is it being good or not. Like, and then you have to deal with people that are not happy. Oh my god.
No, I mean it's amazing to hear how you like work together with the MiniPay team to also get to this point that you find this point of actually finding users who enjoy your app, and that's really great to hear. Yeah. I feel like we slowly need to end this. I've been learning so much. I think so much valuable advice I can also give to other mini
I'm
pay.
learning as well. I think like the more I go through this, the more challenges I find.
Yeah.
It's great.
Definitely follow Marco on Twitter to learn more and follow his journey. Marco, can you share a bit more about what is next? You already mentioned it and hinted at that. You just launched a new game. And yeah, what is coming next? What can you share with your new fans?
Oh no, fans, no. Yeah, so yeah, I'm sorry. Today I'm a bit slow because I didn't sleep because I was shipping the next version of this new thing, Self-Claw. So basically, it's something I've been playing a lot is with the AI agents, and this platform allows the. So it's just like you put your signature or you verify that this agent is yours, or with yourself, your passport with the self app. So it's like I have my open claw agent going all over the place and talking. So I can say that this guy is mine. And so the internet also has an API that so any app can look it and say like, is this as a human, verified by a human or not? And tonight I just integrated with the ERC 8004, and now it's kind of possible that when you're verifying your agents, you can create automatically a wallet on Celo for the agent or by the agent, and the agent can create a token for himself.
I mean, Marco, you're always on top. We just launched 8004 on Celo, and it just launched yesterday on Ethereum. So
yeah, no, I was waiting. I was waiting for. I was preparing everything as soon as it was launched. I just put the contracts there, and then I just shipped.
Amazing. I just want to make sure there's a lot of also viewers from MiniPay, so we want to make sure that they also know what we're talking about. So we went into a very technical corner here, which is incredibly exciting because it's so new. It just launched yesterday. I was wondering if you want to share more about the newest app you launched or launching in MiniPay, or because is not only building one app in MiniPay, he's already shipping the next one. And yeah, just if you want to share anything about that before we say bye.
Okay, so yesterday it was 2 more games on MiniPlay, 2 more features on Oracle, and the next one it's called TapGrid. It's kind of a very how do I say this? It's kind of fast-paced trading tapping. So it's like you see the price of Celo going up and down, and you say, oh, I think the price will be in this place or in this area, over time, and based on. I bet you saw a similar thing on.
You basically have the live price feed, but you don't actually use the token, but it's more like you're just learning something about how price feeds work, and you do that with the Celo.
No, you have like the price is the price feed, but then you can bet, like you put 1 cent on this square, and it has a multiplier, like based on the probability of the price actually going there. So it's kind of like a fun mini game that you can bet on where the price will be, and it has like a multiplier that you can earn. Also some kind of geo chat. So it's kind of location-based social network. and there are kind of conviction markets as well. So there's some things in pipeline.
Okay. Yeah, I think very excited to test out all of these games. I know MiniPlay is something I only try when I don't have to work anymore, because I've seen the time people spend on MiniPlay. But yeah, very excited to see all of the new games coming to MiniPlay and what you're gonna continue building for MiniPay. And thank you so much for your time, for your valuable time that you're spending on building so many incredible applications and on Celo. And yeah, have a lovely evening, day. And thank you everybody for joining today. Make sure to check out MiniPlay in MiniPay.
And also the Oracle, to see what the Cosmos have to say about it.
Oh my God, I already tried it. I think I took some screenshots. It told me a lot of things about my day. It also is not, the Oracle is so good. Oh yeah. I like that so much, but there's also a new app on MiniPay where you can get your Oracle for the day. You can even get like a tarot card, and it has everything.
You have your guide, like your AI,
it will
that you can
guide
talk
you
with
through
your
the
expert.
day and through your life. Yeah.
And now you can even like read the friends. And yesterday I launched the social network on inside of it.
Okay, excited to test out who of my friends should be my friend and who I should.
Yes,
not.
exactly. Well, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
According to an algorithm, it's an algorithm.
I mean, if the Oracle says it, who am I?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Marco. Keep building, keep inspiring people, and keep sharing your story so we can all learn. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Bye.
Thank you.